So containment appears to be the strategy on the part of the police here in Meyerton. As we see that behind us, very far in the distant background, you will not be able to see much detail, but let me step out of shot for a moment for you to see. Very far in the distant background in Sicelo Township, on this road where we are, there's a group of protesters, a large group of protesters that has been standing there. As you see, the road is also blocked with all sorts of rubble. These are running battles that have been taking place between police and protesters for the past 2 days. In fact, this is protest action that has lasted for about a week now, with various phases of the protest. It seems to have its genesis in the disgruntlement by the Municipal Workers Union, SAMU, with the municipality here, various issues that they are raising with the municipality. But then it took on various phases as well, including complaints about service delivery. But someone who's been following the story very closely is my colleague from eNCA.com, Lenyaro Silo, who joins me now to tell us a bit more. Lenyaro, so you've been here for the past 2 days and it's been intense protest action. Just give us a sense of what the demands and complaints of the residents are all about.
Well, Thulas, it depends who you speak to. And the one section of the township, you're being told that municipal workers have not been paid. There were clashes with police officers on that side. This was yesterday and most of the week. You move to this side where we are, just up this road. They're talking about service delivery. They're talking about how they've been promised houses that were never delivered, that they always have water cuts, and they have high rates in their neighborhood. They're saying that these are demands that they've been making, but the municipality is not taking them seriously. But then you speak to the municipality, it has its own story. It says that this was started because there was a land grab, there was an attempt to grab land, there were shacks erected, that the red ants were sent in to remove those shacks, and from then on the residents were angered by that situation, and now this is how it started. So it really depends on who you speak to about this issue.
So in terms of the police action, at this point we are waiting to be briefed by the police in terms of what they've done and who they've arrested. But how intense has the intervention been? I mean, I saw updates from you last night talking about tear gas, and I saw some of the videos you were posting. How intense has the intervention been?
Well, Thulas, it has been running battles for days now. I can tell you at some point police had their hands full, especially last night. Police had their hands full because it was dark. The protesters, police will shoot rubber bullets, fire tear gas. The protesters will disappear into the various shacks in the informal settlement. Those were the running battles that were happening all night. They would cross onto the highway. If police are on the other side of the highway, they would cross onto the other side, block it with burning tires. But police had to shut off, close off the highway, a big portion of the highway. But then today it's the same story. Police officers keep going in police nyalas. They're firing at protesters, but these protesters are pelting them with rocks. They even have petrol bombs. They have set alight tires. So as police come toward them, then they run into the various houses that are around. When police move away, it happens again.
A very tense situation, and you've been in the thick of things, and I've seen some reports and also an update from you before we came on air. Talk to me about what happened this morning, the incident that happened just down this road as you were a bit closer to the crowd. What happened?
Well, we had moved up to the crowd, trying to get interviews, trying to hear from them what had happened. We were talking to them, we're filming around, and then out of the all of a sudden, this huge crowd came at us, pelting us with rocks. We tried to run down the road up to where the police officers were. But as you can see, the long distance between here and where the police officers were, that's when they started, they grabbed me. It was a crowd of, I just saw a lot of men around me. They grabbed me, they started hitting me from the back. So obviously I was shielding my face, and they were hitting me, but I'm shielding my face, holding my camera. They grabbed my camera, one threw a stone at me that hit me, and I was able to protect my face. They took the camera, they smashed it, and I could hear in the background others screaming, "We must hit her, we must beat her up, we must beat her up." This is happening as some of them are hitting me at the back. And then one gentleman calmed the crowd down to say, "Let her go." As I was running away from the crowd, that's when they started throwing rocks at me. Luckily for me, police officers sped in, shooting at the crowd, and I was able to escape.